What's up, Pats Nation? Denny Harris sitting in for the guy Mike Conley. Kid's feeling a bit under the weather based on the old election results yesterday. But don't fret, we got our pal Jamie Robertson from London Town to talk a bit about some football. Jamie?
Yes. Thank you, Dennis. Thank you for having me here. English Premier League, it's heating up. Tottenham, third place. Liverpool first, Manchester United second.
Oof. Jay, this is American football, buddy. Mike, what's up, bud?
You're tuning into the destination for TV superfan discussion, AFTERBUZZ TV. And now, let the buzz begin.
So you gotta come down to the...
Run to the hills. Did it come? Did it? You feel like you get run in the hills, guys? I did a little bit, you know? I woke up in a bizarro world today where Donald Trump was the president of the United States. So I just figured we keep that bizarro world going. That's why I figured I'd have you come in and talk about, you know, fake football.
Yeah.
Did you get it?
Handball,
Handball.
yeah.
American football, I
Yeah.
guess as you would call it.
Not the football you use your feet.
No,
The other one.
the real one.
We use the feet a little bit.
You know?
Not quite as much as you guys.
It's not high percentage with the feet.
Oh,
I think
it's not as low.
I think it's lower.
Unless you play for Rex Ryan's squad.
that's it.
I'm not sure of the
A lot of foot
bowling.
magic
Wow.
going on over there.
Yeah.
What's up, Patriot Nation? Thanks for tuning in for our latest edition of Patriots Wrap 360. Oh, man. I'll tell you.
It's a rough day in America, depending on your viewpoint.
It's kind of rough.
Yeah.
But, you know,
Cheers, bro.
we'll march on.
We shall
We are a
overcome.
great nation.
Cheers, USA.
And we are some of the fortunate Americans that get to root for the New England Patriots.
Yeah.
So all is good in
Yeah.
Patriot land. You know?
Yeah.
What do you
Today
think,
we are all
Jam?
Patriots.
That's true.
Yeah.
As Mr. Kraft said at one time.
Are you feeling particularly patriotic? I think.
I am. Every time I see number 12 out of sender, I was not really watching last night, watching the old digits roll in. I was not feeling particularly patriotic.
Yeah. You know.
It's
I
a
guess I
somber
can drop
mood.
the Jackie O act, and just put on my regular glasses. now.
Switch it up, dude.
Switch it up.
Clark Kent on.
Because we're here to begin the healing process here
There it is.
on Patriots Wrap 360.
Oh, there he is. Look at those
Boom.
eyes.
Jackie
Oh,
O.
boy.
Hello.
Very nice.
Hello. How's my accent?
How do you feel, Michael? There's a lot of talk in New England this week about the political leanings of one Bill Belichick and one Tom Brady.
Oof.
What's your gut tell you, though? Do you care? Are you one of those guys?
Let
who's,
me think of
worked
the
up a lot,
political
or-
response to that answer, and while I do, Denny, why don't you and friend I introduced as Benedict Cumberbatch out at the bars, tell us who you are.
Like my real name or
I guess.
Jamie Milne Roberts
There he
There it
is.
Yeah.
Very
Jamie
British.
Milne Roberts. You got any?
from old England.
Nice.
Do you presume you'll be kicked out of this country pretty soon? Now that
Jolly
Trump's
old
president,
England.
or You think you're gonna get sent packing?
I'm not too worried. Maybe after this show. Who knows?
Yeah. So you're on the radar now.
Denny, you want to tell them where they can?
Sure
Get
thing.
in
Yeah,
touch
the
with
name is Danny Harris, and you can find me on Twitter at DeeHaas, DeeHaas. What about you, Mike?
Mike Conley, I'm still not on the social media, but we just did some of this tomfoolery and stuff. Thanks for being with us. Killed some time, because it was a bye week this past weekend for Patriot fans. And how did everybody spend the bye week?
Just prepping for that dramatic sequence at the beginning of the podcast. So I went through that with my coach, and I think we nailed it, but
Oh boy!
we'll have to check the tape.
Wow,
It started well.
I'm feeling very clammy too.
Yeah.
No, I
I'm
think
method.
you nailed it. I
I'm
mean,
method.
Yeah,
You're looking clammy.
That's it.
yeah.
Thank you.
You pull off the
Makeup?
clammy look pretty good.
Thank you. Thanks for that.
Yeah, I'm not sure if they got your lights up, but
Yeah.
something's
on?
going on.
So I was a little down in the dumps, as we're
51% of Americans.
yes,
Yeah.
and But you know what pulled me through it is knowing that we got a rematch of Super Bowl 49 on the horizon. Sunday Night Football, 8:30 p.m. Eastern.
So that's like the main game.
That's yes.
It's a good one.
That's
Yeah,
the
it's a good
main
one.
game. That's the Seattle Seahawks versus the New England Patriots.
All right.
Yeah.
And they're both the top. They're the top league.
Oof,
Pats are the top team in the AFC.
that's true.
Seahawks are a good team.
I mean, I thought Belichick handled it well, Dennis. Let me just jump in for my floundering English
Well,
friend.
come with it.
And, you know, where he said, first of all, he had to know a shitstorm was on the horizon by just sending the note. I mean,
Right.
you can't send anonymous notes anymore.
You can't. Yeah, you definitely can't. I wonder. I'm curious to see whether Belichick being the guy of his ilk, was he perturbed? I have to imagine that. Certainly, based on the way he fielded his questions today,
Right.
you got to think
Seattle.
he might have had a little bit of regret about it.
Seattle.
But the dude,
Seattle.
Yeah, if any of you guys didn't see it, I mean, he was just not taking any questions about it. I don't know if you caught it, Jay, but
So
basically, the coach of the Pats, Bill Belichick, maybe the greatest coach of all time.
Yeah.
We love to throw around the word genius, but we may have to add the word football in front of that moving forward. Anyways,
American football.
You told me you knew
To
a lot
us.
about football. When I
I
asked
know-
you
I know a
kind of
bit.
cover.
I know a
When
bit.
I was a little clammy.
It's 11 on 11.
there you go.
Yeah,
Pretty
well,
good.
that's true.
Quarter-
All
That's
right.
a fact.
Good
Quarterback.
job.
Lineman,
fact.
lineman,
Nice.
big guys at the front, smaller ones at the back,
Oof.
fast on the wings. What more do you need?
Wow.
Very
You
ironic.
can throw it forward.
What did you think about the election? You being a foreigner and all. And have you already got your ticket out of town? 'Cause you're about to get booted.
Yeah, well, I gotta
See you later.
leave. I gotta leave. Yeah. It started badly and the middle was pretty bad.
And it ended
the,
worse.
The less said about the end, the better. But apart from that, it's a good night.
How did this compare in your mind to the Brexit sitch?
Similar, it's kind of the effort
Unexpected.
vote.
Yeah, I mean,
The effort vote.
it is. Yeah, let's see what happens if we throw a grenade into this situation. Kind of vibe.
Yeah.
That's the sense I got. I feel like you guys were equally
Eagerly?
taken aback by it, which we, as you know,
Hmm.
we were all pretty surprised last night to see the way things unfolded as well.
Yeah, it's a bit shocking. But
A little bit.
who
A little
knows?
bit.
Let's get back to football though, because
Yeah, let's talk about what matters. So as I was
American football.
saying, Bill Belichick,
Hmm.
one of the greatest, if not the greatest, coaches of all time.
He's definitely
He
up
went
there.
ahead and sent old Donald Trump, with whom he has a friendship to some degree. He sent him a letter, just kind of praising him for his leadership skills and for having fought the good fight, etc. And then Donald Trump, no surprise to anyone, apparently it may be a surprise to Belichick, he went ahead and read that letter at a rally in New Hampshire a couple nights ago. So naturally in New England, pretty blue area, as it were,
Yeah.
where myself and Michael hail from.
Sad.
Yeah, people were fired up about it, and they're a little pissed at their coach. And old Tom Brady, the man, the myth, the GOAT himself, has some allegiances. He's been spotted, it's months back, but he was spotted with a Make America Great hat in his locker. His wife, much like your lady, is from Brazil.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
it's an interesting scenario, put it
Maybe
that way.
he might have got some votes just on that up in New Hampshire by saying that stuff, because
I mean, he
that
did pretty
was,
well up
that
there.
was really a tight race up there.
Could have been the difference. You think?
Yeah.
So, yeah. The golden boy Tom.
You
That
do know
is-
about the
Yeah.
Golden Boy.
He's
That's
good-
because
he's-
that finds its way down there.
He's
I
good.
like
He's
that.
good with his hands, right?
Hey-o.
Pretty good.
One of the best.
Pretty good.
Yeah, he's.
Are you familiar with Giselle's work?
I am. Yeah.
You like what she does?
That's his wife.
She's a good walker. Yeah.
She
Yeah.
walked
Big jaw.
quite
Big
a
jaw.
long distance in
Yeah.
the old Olympics,
She
as
did.
it were.
What
as
do you
it were.
think, Pat Nation? Have we had enough soccer talk? Should we boot this kid?
I mean, the kids definitely.
Yeah.
Have I overstayed? Overstayed my welcome?
I
Yeah.
don't want to say you're not welcome, but I mean,
No, it's good. No,
is that your A game right there? Or?
I mean, tell me you know about football. You didn't know. You should have mentioned that you meant soccer.
yeah.
That's
yeah.
the thing.
Ah,
Maybe
God,
I should
soccer.
have done a little more in-depth interview.
yeah.
Seems that way. You're the gatekeeper.
You live and you learn, or
That's it.
You're fired.
live and you live.
Ugh.
All right, gang. It's been joyous.
I mean, thank you very
Seriously,
little.
you're leaving?
No,
Oh,
no.
man.
I mean, I can
No,
I thought you had to rent some
No, I
equipment or
should leave.
something. Yeah.
Shall I take my mug with me? Or?
No,
Yeah,
you can leave
keep
the mug.
that
We'll
as
take
a-
care of it.
you keep
Okay,
that.
good
All
talk.
right, Jamie. Yeah, good talk. Thanks for coming.
Good
Thank
talk.
you very little.
We're going to try and fill the remaining 19 minutes with talking to the New England Patriots. Obviously,
Thank you very little, brother.
I'm going to try not to vomit. Thanks, Shane. We'll see you later, buddy. You good on that door? Thanks for walking across my shop. Nice job.
Keep it awkward, bro.
Nice job.
Keep it awkward.
Thanks, buddy.
I think it's going pretty good so far.
Yeah,
man.
flawless, seamless. I mean, it's been so seamless. People probably don't realize this is a live show. You know, it's
They
like
can't
that.
tell. They can't tell.
You
might wanna
wanna just
might
leave
wanna
it? Tell you
reposition
that?
here, trying to tell there, yeah,
frame
yeah.
yourself up. Can you
It's a
frame
little
yourself
wide.
up?
Looks
See
like
it?
you went wide on
I
it.
can give you. I did go a little wide.
You went a little
but-
wide. It's all good.
Yeah. I mean, you're a wide guy. You're pretty huge, dude. You're
It's
huge.
gonna be fine.
Anyways.
So yeah, how did you feel realistically about the Belichick and Brady situation? I personally,
I kind of feel the way Belichick does. I have friends, and I could remain friends with them, even though
Right.
we don't share the same political views
Right.
or all like that. And I still support them.
sure.
In all their endeavors, but none of them has really run for president. So
That's true. I mean, that's the thing. Is like, if a letter of congratulations or support gets you to play the back nine with the old POTUS, I feel like what of it? If you have a pre-existing relationship with the guy, certainly I'm not the biggest Trump fan in the States. I would say pretty big.
speaking
pretty big
of
liberal.
pre-existing, if you have a pre-existing condition now, you're screwed again.
Yeah, pretty much. Hey, thanks a lot, America. Yeah,
On
but
day one,
I'm just
getting
gonna
repealed.
go ahead and I'm trying to be optimistic. So
that's it. You
I
got
don't
to
know.
throw your support behind the POTUS, no matter who it is.
support is a loose term. I feel like, but
Hope?
hope. I'm trying
Just
to be.
wishing well.
I'm optimistic that I am the one who's naive and that things don't go the way I anticipate, and that the people who've been stomped on will rise above and take the high road where he hasn't. And I'm hoping that it's just a bunch of empty rhetoric to this point.
Yeah.
Not to go on a whole tangent. Maybe
No,
no
I
one
hear
wants
you.
to
I'm
hear
going to nip
this.
that tangent in the bud. Nobody does. But one thing that was
for
concerning,
asking.
and what is the smart thing for him to say is he's going to bring in the people that are experts in their field and, rely on them heavily. So hopefully he does,
We hope so.
what he's saying in that regard. But,
Right.
it's kind of hard to believe that a guy that has been taking advantage of every loophole in the tax codes for his entire life is all of a sudden going to close those loopholes. I don't think
Yeah,
so.
and-
That's why it's so shocking that the working man came out and drove for him.
It's interesting,
But-
yeah. A guy who's basically taken advantage of the working man his whole life, all of a sudden is the voice of that group. It's tough, but let's
crazy.
hope that they're right and we're wrong.
But I'm encouraged by Bernie's comments about how he's going to, hold his feet to the fire on the things he promised.
Yeah.
And when he goes off the rails with his sexism or racism, he's going to hold his feet to the fire on that too. So
Yeah, let's hope they
In
didn't
Bernie
lose
we
the
trust.
senatorial power to do so. But
Yeah.
we will see over the next 4 years.
All
We're
right.
going to find out what
exactly.
happens.
Enough to be talk.
That said-
we've this election has just been a drain.
Happy to put it to bed.
Terrible.
You know?
Let's put it to bed.
put it
Let's
to
talk
bed.
about that rematch, Super Bowl 49. Hopefully, it ends the same way the last did, with Pete Carroll exclaiming, "Oh no!"
I screwed that up
badly. Gets a big pick.
Yeah, I mean,
How often do you think he gets asked about that going down the street, that play in the last, the one that Malcolm, not throwing it with Marshall?
I got to think it's slightly
Marshawn.
less, marginally less than he thinks about it, which is probably 10 to 15 times per hour. Pretty bad call there. Pretty bad call. I was thinking about this in the bye week. If I were a player, now certainly I consider myself one of Bill's biggest fans. I'm definitely right on his little proverbial jock.
Yeah.
But that said, if you were a player in the league and you had the choice, play for Pete Carroll or play for Bill Belichick, I'm curious who you would play for. I myself, realistically, knowing the way I am, I like a little positive feedback every now and then, which is hard to come by from a guy like you. I personally feel like I'd probably have better results playing for old Pete.
You're doing great. Yeah,
You know?
because he's
Thanks
just
for that,
he's just so positive a guy. Like, hey, great job, Dennis. I totally didn't do my responsibilities on the way. It's okay,
It's
man.
gonna be fine.
You're gonna do great.
Yeah, I don't know if
Keep
he's
after
that
it.
over the top with it, but
He was when he was in New England.
yeah, he was. But he's learned a lot. He's come a long way. I do, like to give props to Kraft. I mean, if you look at his hiring history, second to none. I mean, after Carroll got run out of town, I mean, look at the run he went on. At SC and then Seattle. It's been nothing but success ever since.
We just prepped him. Maybe Bill's greatest success is here to come at back at the Naval Academy.
I mean, the Pats could
Wesleyan.
We could be witnessing the Patriots at the onset of their greatest tear of Brady's career. 3, 4, 5 more years of just.
I mean, it doesn't seem like Father Time is coming knocking on old number 12 just yet.
It doesn't.
And
It doesn't.
at what time is he going to take his first loss? What age does Brady have to be playing at a Pro Bowl caliber for us to say, hey, Father Time, you just got your first defeat. Suck it at the hands of TB12.
He's talking smack.
Boom!
He's talking smack to Father Time.
That's it.
Do you think, I don't know, how many years would you estimate he's got left?
He's 39 this year. He'll be 40 during the season next year, right?
I'm about to look
I
up.
think he's going to be.
August 3rd
He's
is his
going
birthday,
to be going. So right before the season, he changes. So I think he's going to be playing at a high level when he's 42. So I think we got 3 more seasons.
Absolutely.
Out of him. So I mean, the guy just takes tremendous care of himself.
He does. He's eating that avocado ice cream and the whole nine. But what's exciting to me and presumably to most Pats fans is the AFC. You hate to put the cat before the horse, as it were, but there's a path. There's a clear path for the Patriots. They look like the team to beat. They're always in the mix when they got 12 behind, under center, and when they got Belichick on the sidelines.
Yeah.
They're always in the conversation. But this year in particular, I mean, obviously we got some of the familiar faces gone from those teams, and Peyton's not here anymore.
That's
so,
true.
Yeah, it just seems like it's tough to pin down exactly who's going to make a run against us.
Well, that's really my question for you is like, who poses the biggest threat in the AFC to the Patriots? I mean, I think that game last Sunday, where you thought some would emerge out of that game, the Raiders and Broncos.
Right.
The Raiders handled the Broncos pretty handily.
They did, yeah. That I think those two teams are in the mix. I still, personally, I fear Denver more than Oakland at this point.
Really?
I do, yeah.
Even with that, essentially rookie quarterback?
Yeah, that's true. That is obviously the biggest part of it. But their D just is the type of D that can and has given Brady fits over the years.
Yeah, but
We'll
I think
see. They're down a few key members, too.
Yeah, and also I think that you saw from the Raiders the other night where Latavius Murray looked like Tecmo Bowl Bo Jackson,
Right.
and he just owned them. They can be run on.
Yeah, so we'll see. I mean, certainly we have the weapons and more to come. So
Yeah.
Big Dion returning this week. Knock on.
Yeah, I mean,
Fiberglass.
let's not rush him. I mean, I think, maybe they'll just get him in there for a taste of plays.
Sprinkle him in
But
for a few touches.
I'm thinking the Niners game is going to be his first real back.
Yeah, you gonna make a little drive up there, you think? Or
No. I do know some knuckleheads coming out, though, so I know that can always change.
things can change.
Oof.
Yeah, but I'm worried about Denver. I'm worried about Oakland. I mean, worried is maybe an overstatement. Does sound like a douchey Pats fan there. Worried is an overstatement. To be honest, Pittsburgh still.
This is the place to be if you are.
Exactly. Thanks for tuning in, gang. Pittsburgh still, they're sort of similar to us in a way where they have that high-powered offense, and at times their D is questionable. I think we're certainly a more complete team, at least at this stage. But, I guess if you want to go for a reach, Kansas City, but meh.
I don't think that's much of a reach.
No?
They got a very good defense. They got that kid they picked in the first round a few years ago, D Ford.
Yeah.
He's finally coming into his own. They got Houston, who had a buttload of sacks the last 2 years.
Right.
He's coming back. They got Ali, on
Right.
the D line. I mean, they got some. They got some.
They
players
got some
on
players,
defense.
but yeah, I mean, who's coaching them again?
Andy Reid,
Yeah.
Mr. I don't get past the conference
Yeah.
championship.
Yeah.
I hear you.
He just doesn't seem. Andy Reid, he seems like a good guy, but
one of the best.
one of the nicest guys I ever seen on the telly.
So great.
But no, I mean I just don't see that he's got it between the eyes,
Yeah.
or between the ears.
There you go.
There it is.
There it is.
Between the ears when it comes to clock management. I
Wow.
go back to the old.
You're
Civil-
taking him back to his Philly days,
I am, but
it's like,
those things stick with you.
taking
get staying power.
taking Bill back to his Cleveland days. It's like the same deal.
Except for all that success in betwixt.
Yeah.
I guess. Other than that, though, it's similar.
was kind of odd seeing, and just wonderful how the schedule played out this way for that Monday night game this week, where Buffalo, the last team the Patriots played,
Yes.
squares off against Seattle, the
was
team
nice.
they are next about to play.
Yeah, it's a little size me up kind
It
of.
was a little bit of we're going to do some scouting on
Right.
the MNF. It's very nice. Bill talked a little bit about it in his EEI on Monday, saying how it was kind of, I don't know if he quite said advantageous, but, that it was, kind of interesting to have.
Yeah.
Because, you're the two teams that are kind of fresh in the mind because
Oh, yeah.
they're prepping for the Seattle right now, and Buffalo they just prepped for and played 2 games versus them in the last 4 weeks. So,
The ultimate measuring stick.
yeah. But I was interested in that game because I could have sworn on paper, I'm thinking that's a defensive showdown. That's
Yeah.
going to be like a 14-10 game, 17-14 game, and it ends up being a shootout.
Yeah, you just don't know, do you?
So it's like, are we scared of Seattle after that? Because Buffalo's got a fair, maybe slightly above average defense, and they
I wouldn't
kinda
say
showed
we're
them.
scared of Seattle. Excuse me.
Not scared.
But I would say any given Sunday, and I think they're a team that, if you want to have that same conversation about the NFC, I think when it all comes down, that they'll, very well be in the mix or could be in the mix. I kind of feel that way, not to veer off, but I kind of feel that way about the Panthers still as well, even though all signs indicate to this point that they're not the team they were last year. But I feel like they could still be in it.
Well, nobody's
That's
really
not
running
good.
away and hiding, right, in the NFC.
No, I mean, the Cowboys have certainly looked good.
They are.
Atlanta's looked like they can compete. Minnesota, but now who knows what's happening there. All of a sudden, things aren't looking so hot.
Yeah. What do you think about the due to the fact we bring you this fine program from the AfterBuzz Studios here in North Hollywood, California? What do you think about the hometown team now, the LA Rams, and their quarterback situation? Obviously, they took Jared Goff #1 overall in this past draft.
Yes,
Hasn't been playing in lieu of Case Keenum.
Yeah, to be honest, I feel like this seems like a typical, Rams team,
Yeah.
though they've relocated. And unlike what we were hearing on Hard Knocks, they do look an awful lot like an 8-8 or below team.
Yeah.
Even though,
Jeff doesn't want to do that
he
this year.
did, that was kind of pathetic for him with him pleading with his team. I kind of feel like from both the PR angle and from the fact that it seems like a sinking ship, or every game that they're in, it seems like they're shooting themselves in the foot.
Yeah.
And
But
just
not necessarily the
and-
quarterback doing it. you
Yeah,
know?
except a lot of turnovers though, and he's had a few key turnovers at the end of the games too. That some of them, there's at least one I'm thinking of that was a busted route. It looked like, but busted route.
I didn't read
Mike's favorite band, regard.
They're the best. I didn't really. I didn't watch Hard Knocks, but I saw that first episode.
Yeah.
And Goff came off as a knucklehead who was
He
totally
did.
overwhelmed.
Yeah,
so
he
I
did.
think Fish is doing the right
Handsome
thing.
kid though.
Yeah.
You do.
He's in the right place.
How long? See, I feel
I
like
would redshirt him the whole year.
yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I think Fisher was pressured into putting him in uniform. Even
Mm-hmm.
you remember he started out that first game. Sean Mannion, I believe, another rookie or a
Yeah.
second-year guy, he was in uniform over there, and I still think that he thinks Sean Mannion should be the next guy to go if they're talking about winning games this year.
Yeah,
you know?
it's just
But-
to me the only variable or X factor in this that's unusual is that it is the team moving to a new city. I guess if you're the coach or the GM, you're not going to want to sacrifice W's for the sake of the crowd's enjoyment. But I don't know, they're definitely hollering for him here. I wouldn't mind seeing him get a couple reps out there if I were a Rams fan myself.
I think it's
Throw him
gonna
in
be
the
a
mix.
circus. It's
Throw him
gonna
in
be
the
a
mix, see what
circus.
happens.
Yeah, that'd be interesting.
It's the worst he could do.
All right, now back to the best team in the AFC, the New England Patriots. So it'll be the Battle of the Bennetts this weekend.
Yes.
Anybody who's
Brotherly
seen
love.
that profile on the E60 that's been running the past few weeks on the mothership.
Couple cool dudes.
Couple of cool dudes like to speak their mind, kind of funny.
Cool dudes
know?
with attitude. Yeah.
They-
Yeah, it should be fun. It's got to be pretty
Should
cool.
be interesting. Michael Bennett on the injury report did not practice today. He's got a little knee injury, and I don't think he played last week either. So there will be a host of monstrous tight ends, the aforementioned Martellus Bennett on the field,
Yes.
but also Jimmy Graham coming off his 2-touchdown one-handed
game.
catch.
Big game
performance.
last week, yeah.
I thought that guy was pretty much done.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it kind of came out of the woodwork, didn't he? It's been an interesting run for him.
A re-emergence by him.
Yeah, I mean, after last week, everyone's hollering about it. I expect he's going to get shut down this week. However,
and
that's
of course the greatest tight end ever to play the game,
Mr.
Rob Gronkowski. He had the 69 touchdowns, if you know what I mean.
I think we all do,
Yeah.
Mr. Gronk. Yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing that. And also, as that relates to last week's big news, the departure of Jamie Collins, I wouldn't mind seeing him running up the seam with old 88, right? Is that what he wears? 88?
Marty B?
No, Jimmy.
Doesn't
really matter.
yeah, I think
Doesn't
he is
really matter.
88.
Either way, I'm just thinking as far as it relates to pass catching tight ends, he sort of had that skill set as we discussed last
He
week.
just can't block. That's the thing.
Yeah.
And also, I found like with those basketball tight ends, once you play physical with them, they can run away and hide. And that was the book on him. Maybe he's getting tougher now. It looks like he fought for those balls pretty good. But I think once old Patty Chung throws a couple licks on him.
Patty Chung.
Old Patty.
Oh, Patty Chung. He's
I
a
think-
good player indeed.
He's going to, put a couple hurtings on him. He's going to think
He's been
twice
playing some
about going
spirited
across
ball
that
this
middle.
year. Pat Chung.
And that he's kind of been our tight end kryptonite a little bit, where you just sick him on a good tight end and he kind of eliminates him.
Yeah, we'll see. It'll be interesting to see. I mean, can
He's
he
like
repeat it?
Febreze of tight ends, if you will.
He puts the scent out. Is what you're getting at.
He eliminates,
He eliminates
the odor of the tight end.
We're
Reaching,
sponsored.
yeah, reaching for
Oh, there's a couple of
sponsorships
free
here.
bottles in line. That's worth watching though as well. I'm interested to see if we'll get another solid performance out of him. And also Russell's health seems like he's rounding the corner as well. He was slinging in a bit, so
He is. I mean, that's going to be key, obviously, as it usually is against them, where containment, more so like in the last couple of weeks when he's hobbled.
yeah.
So they definitely have to keep him contained. I think offensively, the key for the Pats is going to be because, pretty much every defense since Pete's been there has been built on speed,
Right.
And this year's defense is no better there. So what do you do with team speed on defense? You run it right down their throat.
Yeah, I think that can be a strength for us, rather, and also conversely, I'm gonna try to use it correctly this time. Conversely, I feel like the Seahawks running game has been a bit of a liability this year for them. In the absence of Mr. Skittles.
Yes. And,
Marshawn.
they got rid of their center, too. So
Yeah.
they decided by signing all their guys, the place they were going to save money was in the offensive line. And it's showing up.
Yeah, it's funny how that works.
Yeah. I mean, they protected a little bit better in that game. I actually thought Buffalo was going to be in all day in him. But I think they can be had, this offensive line.
Yeah,
And
I'd have to agree with you. I mean, it's in New England. It's definitely a game to be won, but
What's the spread on that game? It's got to be Pats by, 8.5.
let's take a look at the old.
8.5.
take
I
a-
mean, if you can get to it quick. Otherwise,
Oh,
don't
no
worry
problem.
about it.
Just
Don't
talk
worry.
amongst yourselves in the meantime.
Talk amongst myself. Yeah. So Dion Lewis, I don't want the kid to come out and shred his knee again. So
Naturally.
if you we'll have another week of James White and a steady dose of blunt force trauma to the head of all the D tackles of the Seattle Seahawks, then we'll
Yeah,
just
nothing
kind
wrong
of
with that.
we'll just kind of see what happens.
Nothing wrong with that.
Nothing wrong with that.
Give me a quick spread here. Let's see. 7.5.
7.5. I was gonna say that, and I said 8.5 at the last second.
That's pretty good.
7 and a hook. Would you lay it?
I don't know if I would.
You think Seattle's got a little bit chip on their shoulder from
mean-
the Super Bowl?
I just think it could be a good game. Although the Pats' offense, it's pretty tough to stop, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's hard to stop them.
I'm eager to see the Pats D with Mr. Landon Roberts in that starting position for old
Yeah.
Jamie Collins.
Yeah, it's going to be like we talked about last week, ad nauseum, perhaps, how they're going to divvy up those, those snaps. We'll see. We shall see.
Prolific.
Who won that election again? Comatose.
Oh boy.
Comatose.
So
Sing me a song.
sing your song. But
Yeah, it's going to be a good game. I'm excited.
it's definitely going to be
I'm trying to be excited.
take a taste of LGB,
Mm-hmm.
and then just Tom Brady do what he's doing and surgically march down the field.
I mean,
Over under 300 yards passing for Tom Brady.
I'll take the over on 300 passing.
Wow.
Here's an interesting question.
Okay.
Who finishes with more rushing yards? 12 or 5?
5 being
Russell?
Is that
Is he
Russell
5?
Wilson? I don't believe he's 5. It might be 3.
Either way.
Either way. But
I tried.
I mean, they were tied like last week at 44 yards rushing, right? I think
He's 3. He's 3.
Wilson took
He's
the
officially
lead.
number 3.
He took the lead with a little bit of scrambles the other night. But I don't like to see number 12 out there rushing, even though last game he converted a 3rd and 7. It was like, wow, you could have timed him with the
No big
sundial.
deal.
But I mean,
Some of
I
my
don't like to
favorite
see him
Tom
get
Brady
loose.
memories, though, are when he just decides to take off.
oh yeah, the Urlacher.
Oh, that's
Look,
classic.
That's classic.
It's right up there for me.
No question. No question.
Flashball memory.
It is.
Tell you, I was right in Brighton, sitting on the old couch.
Oh yeah.
God's country.
So we're gonna sign it off. What are you gonna want to say? Anything before we skedaddle?
God help us all, America.
Stay positive. Stay positive,
Glass half full.
folks. Just think you're not a. I'm not gonna say.
Good night and God bless.
Yeah. Thanks, gang. For Denny Harris, I'm Mike Conley. Thanks for dropping in for us on another edition of Patriots Wrap 360. Go Pats!
Yep.
From executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.
From executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro,